can
Oh
head down
crap,
to
it hasn't been recording? No, it's been
1969
recording.
Garage or something.
Marissa, do you actually post something?
You already have a sorry design.
We got to transform the description. Yeah, well, sorry is kind of like she would be a key. There's going to be like a sorry in each universe name.
Well, you guys didn't know, but I believe she's a multi-universal singularity.
No! There's no such thing as that.
We made that official.
Oh, good, thank you. I love you too. Okay, it was nice. Hey.
Hi, I'm Senasan, first time full convention.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I met you last year and I was sweating. I was like,
Oh yeah, this year I'm gonna be drenched because the humidity is killing me. I'm from California, where it's super dry. I like hot weather, but the humidity is.
I'm drenched because I'm near this guy.
That's because I just. Okay, question.
okay, I have a question. I know you've done a couple of shorts. One that never got developed, the other ones that did, like Bulkhead Does the Mind with Sorry, or Operations.
Yeah, I almost brought those.
Why did
I played them
you?
last time I had a panel. I think it was in Dallas where I played those. If you guys want me to bring those again, if I don't know, whatever, I'm a guest, I'll bring them again. I have
Do
the-
it!
Please. I have the whole thing. I have, the Starscream one where he's king of everything. I have them all. So I was really hoping it would. And if you guys maybe email. Who's the guy who did the video?
Oh, the Shout Factory?
Yeah, email Shout Factory and tell them because I sent them. I was like, are you going to include all the extras? Are you going to? We had bios written, with animation, and then we had the shorts that we actually wrote for.
It would be good if they included the Japanese intro.
Because they should just forget about the American intro. Just put that. You have another question?
Oh, just one question. It was kind of related to that. I remember G1 used to do these PCAs with Generation 1, G.I. Joe, and usually like, don't talk to a stranger, don't run away, don't steal tracks or he will hit you for scratching his arms. Let's see.
But Aquaman, I got a leg cramp.
Jet lag. Anyhow, were you able, did that thought ever came up to you? Like, did you ever thought about, maybe I want to do a shout back on that image?
Like if I did G.I. Joe, I would definitely want to do that. The more, the more you know kind of stuff. But I don't think it ever came up with Transformers.
Really? Or PCA oriented, but it's like more marinated?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun, but I guess like we never, either we didn't think of it or we didn't have time to do it.
I think probably the closest would be the Sentinel Prime propaganda video. Don't trust Decepticons.
Yeah, that one.
That seems pretty close.
Yeah, actually, Sentinel doing PSAs would be awesome, actually. That's really good. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I should put it on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, where did the idea for the face-swapping Blitzwing come from?
Oh, I think it came from... Was it from Hasbro originally? I think maybe Eric had done a bunch of drawings. The faces didn't really look like what we ended up with, but the idea was there.
In Transformers Hero, they had come up with that sketch. So I think it was just because he was a triple changer, they thought maybe
I don't know if it was Eric or Marty who came up with the idea of the personalities, though, of, the hot, cold, and crazy.
Yeah, I just seen the production artwork, but in the production artwork, they definitely had the faces, but there was no indication, it wasn't labeled hot or cold or anything like that.
I was just curious what happened, Transformers anime, what happens to Broadside as well as the Monster Bots and their places in the animated universe.
What was that again? Sorry, I missed
I was just curious about Broadside and the Monster Bots, what their places in the animated universe.
Broadside, the triple changer?
Yes, the best one out of all.
Gosh, I don't think, triple, that's the problem. So here, the season 4 was going to get into the triple changer thing and how adding that extra mode really it's not good. It makes you nuts. And because we're going to do the Marauder Megatron, we're going to tell the backstory of how Black Arachnia was involved with creating the 3 modes for Blitzwing.
Tell us that now.
What's that?
Tell us about that story now.
Trying to. So it'll be like that. So, and then it was going to lead up to the finale was going to be called Megatron Must Be Destroyed. But so we would have gotten more into that, and we wanted to do Springer, but we were thinking about maybe doing Springer as more like almost like a mask third mode, where it's not quite a full transformation, so that maybe he can skirt that and not be cuckoo. But broadside would be cool. I'd like to. That'd be cool. I think that we didn't have any aircraft carriers.
Would he be huge?
Yeah, I would think so. He would have to be, right? Like, yeah. So.
I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of animated, and
Thanks.
I had 3 questions. Because of Swindle, did you have plans for the other Combaticons?
No, I'm not specifically. I like. I'm weird in this way. I like. I have like my favorite limbs. Minor teams, and I love those guys, and I don't really care about that. I would have liked to do. We wanted to do Devastator first, and then finish the Dinobots and have them go to war. And I think after that, maybe we would, start messing around with more combining and stuff. But no specific plans. I just wanted to do. I wanted to do, Swindle and First Aid and Afterburner and Blot, and just like my favorite limbs. So I don't know. I'm weird.
I also had this question. If you could do like a crossover series with like any Batman villain and compare him up with any Decepticon, who would be the Batman villain? Who would
That's
be
good. That's good. I like that.
Because mine personally would
my mind immediately went back to what I was saying about the crossover with Titans. Like it's not a Batman villain, but I'd love to have Mad Mod. Mad Mod would be an awesome villain. Maybe like Mad Mod, Mindwipe, or Mad Mod.
Mindwipe is fine.
Yeah.
I was with they said Batman villain. I assumed you were going with the Riddler.
Yeah, maybe Riddler. I like Riddler a lot. Well, who would be like his counterpart though? I don't think there's no. We were trying to figure out who's the trapster of the Decepticons. There's not really that kind of Batman villain, is there? Bombshell.
Oil slick?
like I would choose like the Joker and your version of Blitzwing.
that would be weird. I mean, you can imagine Joker flying like the Blitzwing plane and then like
Just for
that would be pretty good.
just for he's out Blitzwing, and then that's how they meet, and then they become friends.
What about Schwarzenegger, Iceman, and
You know what would be funny too is that the Joker somehow had like 3 personalities to it, like crazy and hot and cold. Like something affected him as he was kind of Blitzwing. That'd be fun.
If you do the Riddler, he's got to go up against Knight.
Of course, right? Yeah. And then end up in a trap.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So first question: were there any more like characters or ideas from Beast Wars that would have been in season 4?
Oh yeah. I definitely wanted to do Optimus Primal. I know if you've seen the Almanac, there's a little tease of a story that we had planned with Black Arachnia coming to Cybertron and kind of hijacking Vector Sigma or something and kind of building an army of ants. So that, and then I definitely want to do an Optimus Primal story too.
Okay. My other question were same thing, but with Unicron, Joji, Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. Any other characters other than like Sideways?
Yeah, I don't. That Sideways is not my favorite. I would want to do like.
Tidal Wave in the...
Tidal Wave. Yeah, we put Tidal Wave in. I would want to do. I'd like to do. What's his name? The tank gun fingers guy.
Oh, Demolisher.
Demolisher.
Woo! Demolisher!
A unique, cool looking character. We did Ransack and Crumble Zone too in one of the comics, right? Yeah, I know. I was kind of teasing Josh because he was looking at all the Armada toys in the dealer room. And I'm like, oh, you gonna buy that stuff?
Oh, Hot Shots in the series.
Oh yeah, we have Hot Shots. But I do feel, like I kind of owe you, like the Armada fans, more. I feel we did get Hot Shot in there, but yeah, I know you guys, you deserve more.
If I can
We do.
a little bit. One of the best new pages in the Almanac, or heavily revised pages in the complete Almanac, is the McAdams menu that these two gentlemen spend hours and hours and hours working on, and that's where you can see the giant tidal wave face among, including Siren, who shows up.
Yeah.
Siren.
I got a question.
Okay.
First one's about the Shattered Glass universe.
Yeah.
So I don't get the thing about Sideswipe. I mean, he was evil Autobot, but then he turned to the Decepticons. What was with that?
Who?
Sideswipe, Shattered Glass.
Shattered Glass Sideswipe.
Yeah.
What's the original
I don't think that's animated continuity.
Oh.
We
Oh, I got it. Why are Shockwave and Longarm the same person?
I have a theory that Longarm was actually a real Autobot that went missing during the Great War. It's not complete canon because I don't know what Marty's idea, but that's always been in my head. You know that somewhere either is or maybe not anymore, but there was a Longarm.
Maybe you got impure about it.
Shockwave easily slaughtered more Autobots than anyone else.
It was. I didn't really see that coming, and that was so cool because like Corey Burton that's his favorite Transformer to play, and that's the reason why we did. That's the only reason we did Shockwave, was to kind of make him happy because he's like, oh, Corey Burton will do anything.
What did you like better, Mystery Incorporated or Transformers Animated? And did you put any Easter eggs to Transformers Animated and Mystery Incorporated?
Do you like TFA or Mystery Incorporated?
Oh, which would I like better?
With any Transformers animated references inside Mystery?
Oh well, this Sari's in Mystery Incorporated. She's dressed in a little. That's cool. The cool thing about Mystery Incorporated was we went on eBay and bought tons of old clothing catalogs from 1969. So all the fashion is either from those catalogs or from the old model packs. I had the archives dig up all the Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo rip-off shows that everything Hanna-Barbera's ever done. So Sari's dress is in some JCPenney 1969 catalog, but she's in there. She's in a couple episodes, I think. In the cheese shop one.
Wyatt Mystery Incorporated, when the gang of masks fuck monsters, the masks look rubber. When they're on the monsters, they look real.
It's a cartoon. and plus, it's, to me, that's one of my favorite things about cartoons, is that you can do stuff like that. I mean, I grew up on Scooby-Doo, and that's what my Scooby-Doo was they pull the mask off, and it looks like a real Frankenstein. He pulls the mask off, and it's like, oh, it's just,
It's Mr. Cooligan.
Yeah. And then their mask is just like a hangy rubber thing. But it's kind of a classic Scooby-Doo convention, and I love it, and it's ridiculous, but kind of awesome. I don't know. It's a cartoon.
Speaking of Easter eggs, do you think you'll ever put Curious George on top of Megatron's shoulder since Frank voices the boat?
Sue Blue actually voice directs those I believe too. The Curious George. Because I was riding back from Comic-Con one year with Matt Youngberg, who was a supervising producer on, and you guys don't know Matt, but he is the guy who makes Transformers Animated live. I drew the pictures, Marty wrote the words. He kind of like breathed his life in it, and he made it move and live. So anyway, we're riding back from San Diego, and he's got his little girl in the back seat, and they're playing Curious George, and I'm like, man, that voice acting is good. It's like, and I'm like, and Matt said, yeah, Sue Blue directed that. I'm like, oh, okay. So that would be cute. That's a good like Josh might do a good commission of that.
Yeah, because I know we're really big fans of Pinkie Pie transforming.
What would Pinkie Pie transform into?
She just did the transforming sounds when she was getting up.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. One last question, sorry. Which character do you identify most with in Transformers and in Mystery Incorporated?
Who I identify with? I don't know. They're all, there's little aspects of me in different characters. I don't know who I have my favorites, but I don't know if I actually think, oh, that guy is totally me. Unless it's like some, incidental in the background or something, which probably is actually me.
Okay, good.
Hi, you have a question?
We'd love to hear from you.
You can come up if you choose. Velma's my favorite too. I like Velma. But yeah, I think everybody gets a little scared when they see something scary, even if they're super smart and they know it's not really real. You know how sometimes stuff is scary, even when you're an adult, you know, like taxes and stuff.
The cheese stands alone.
Why does Lockdown's face look so weird in TFA?
Lockdown, it was weird. It was green originally. And Aaron Archer said, that looks too much like a retina. And it's not like Aaron Archer at all, does it? But what is the Angry Archer song? Forsooth! Yeah. Forsooth, that doesn't look like a transformer at all. It looks like some kind of lizard. We wanted him to be unique. You know, the reason he looks like he does, you know, I like the repaints that Takara is doing, but I don't know if I necessarily agree with him putting a Decepticon symbol on Lockdown, because Lockdown is an Autobot. And he has been so heavily modified. He has no helmet. You know, like, you remember the episode where Bumblebee takes off his helmet? He has no helmet. He's got different. So like he's kind of a Frankenstein of these mods. So we really wanted him to look asymmetrical and weird and a lot different. So that's why it looks like he does.
Hi. Can you all talk a little bit about?
Right here.
Can you talk a little bit about the inclusion of Doug Bass or Dag Bass in animated?
Here's the complete story.
I was just wondering if you all had any problems with like intellectual property issues, since it was a Brave property and not really an animate or Transformers character or anything like that.
Well, we didn't ask. We just did it, right? So sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. You know, not you kids, okay? Just I'm talking about in the entertainment industry. So here's the entire story. We needed 2 floats. And we had one grandest model. And we're like, hey, let's just recolor that. That's the story. We needed 2 floats.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding was the script originally called for 1, and then when the animation came back, it was 2.
Yeah, and then we recolored it. Yeah, that's right. We actually did a retake and we had to pay for that.
Hi guys. It's nice to meet you. I will admit, Transformers Animated got me back into watching Transformers probably since G1.
I love hearing that. That's my favorite. Either like that, and then like when parents watch it with their kids, I love it.
Well, even like the 2011 set, the Stunticons. That's the only actual box set I've got, because they were the first Gestalt I ever had when I was about 5 or 6.
And it's like the best box set they ever did, right?
It is.
So I kind of want to swing a little ways away from the Transformers and more so the humans, because in character design wise, one thing I was always somewhat fascinated by but curious about was Isaac Subdak, mainly because of the way his eyes were designed. He always looked kind of half, like he was half uninterested, or if he had just been awake for like years. And I was wondering, could you shed a little light on kind of his weird, like, I have nothing to use kind of look that he constantly had on his face?
Yeah, that's what he's just like, he wakes up and he builds stuff for like maybe like 5 days straight, then he sleeps, and then he forgot that he had a sandwich, he didn't have a sandwich or whatever. He's just, I just wanted to be like look like a really kind of absent-minded professor kind of type, he's got the crazy hair. But yeah, he's a very tired man, he's very, very dedicated and hardworking man.
When the first images and ads for Transformers Animated came out,
here we go.
There was a ton of negative backlash.
And then bring that up. Yeah, I'm feeling good about myself. Everybody's telling me how much awesome it is, and then I'm like, oh man, remember that time when everybody thought you sucked? Like, yeah, I didn't forget that.
No, I'm gonna turn it around.
I don't like to talk about it that much, but I remember.
This is the setup for the
okay, go ahead.
And then it came out, and it was like, okay, wow, we judged it.
Do you think maybe that was a good thing? Like, the crappiest image came out first, and then everybody.
It was just very different, and of course, we as geeks and nerds don't like change until change happens. Like, wow, we like change.
I'm the same way. I'm one of you guys. I know. I get it.
So how was it when that image first came out, and then what was your feeling when the episodes did came out and the response was quite positive?
Here's the thing. Yeah, it was disheartening in a way, but in a way it was like the first image that leaked was Hasbro style guide art, and in my experience in animation, style guide art is always terrible. And when that came out, that was the first image anybody ever saw, and we were really disappointed that was the first image. But did you remember like then the poster came out and everybody's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't hate it quite as much now. And then like we showed the clip at Comic-Con and everybody's like, you know, maybe there's. And then I remember seeing that clip of like when the Dinobots got shown at that Botcon, everybody just went. I'm like, I know, you know, you just trust me because I'm one of you guys. I like that stuff too. So that's kind of the evolution of it. I'm super happy that, you know, everybody, not everybody, but you know, 85% of you guys came around.
I think just in general, it can take fandoms a while to get used to a new idea or a new style. And I'm going to date myself here, but I remember being at a convention, a science fiction convention, when they announced Michael Keaton as Batman. So we're going way back here. And the room just erupted into boos and howls. And of course, that was a great movie. And
now I'm like, bring Michael Keaton.
Exactly. and you just see that over and over and over again. Yeah. So it is. I think it's human nature. You know, something's different. Oh, I'm not sure if I like that.
That is true, because we had gone through the same exact thing on Teen Titans, so I was like, and I had seen how that show went from, what is this kiddie junk, to Cartoon Network's, like, most popular show, you know, when that was on, and I think that was still, like, some of their all-time high ratings. Did you find the page?
You want me to get the specifics?
Yeah, dude. That's what the page we're talking about.
Okay.
It's really hard to find good help these days, guys. Are you kids, like, do you do color styling or anything? Do you use crayons? Okay. Who's the next question? You? What's up?
Couple questions. One, I know, we all know Hasbro's, they love to take old names and put them on new faces.
Yeah.
What do you guys think when Hasbro kind of reuses character styles or character names like Lockdown in the movie, when they reuse them for different stuff, like stuff that you guys created or inspired?
Well, here's the thing. I have this range of emotions on that. I have, like, when Bulkhead's in Transformers Prime, or when there's that, was it Legends Slugnut, then I'm like, oh my god, I did, like, stuff that we did is living on, and it's like growing and evolving, and like people still love it, and then I see like you know, the name slappy kind of stuff, or like this guy's Swindle, but he's a kite and he turns into a, no, that's not good. And then there's Michael Bay's Lockdown. Hey, is there any other questions?
I have one more. If you guys were presented with the opportunity to do another like fresh Transformers show with Cartoon Network,
well, not animated, like another reboot kind of thing, or?
Yeah, like a reboot. Would you guys do it?
I mean, I did. I don't know. It's so hard to say, like yes or no, right? But I did my Transformers. I put all my Transformers love into my Transformers, and I think to do another version would have to be one of those kind of like way off the rails stupid versions where it's like there's teenage kids and they're piloting mech suits and the mech suit's name is Rodimus, you know. I don't want to do that, really, right? So either, I don't know, I would never say never, but
never say never.
It'd be tough to do and not. It would be impossible to do and not compare to animated.
A new Mighty Orgon series.
As soon as someone comes to me with that, I'm on board. I mean, was it Team S? The Team S one? Oh, so
thanks, guys.
Here's our updated McAdams page where we put. Let's go down. So on the right-hand side, there's Skybite, of course, the friendly monster airplane. Then we have
Skywings.
Oh, Skylink, something, what did I say?
Skylink.
Oh, jeez, that's not Skylink.
Oh, jeez.
What?
I still want that to wind
Well,
up.
he Transformers for like 6 years, and I can't remember that. So below that is Barricade. He's I modeled him after kind of like I figured he's like one of those Italian sports car cops. He's kind of a little, I don't know, he's a jerk. Then Landshark, the Botcon character, and then there's Chromia, who's kind of based on Sarah's Chromia, and Knockout, who's like a fan favorite Knockout. So I'm like, I can draw Knockout Jose Lopez, what do you think? And then we got Drill Horn and a friend there who sort of remained nameless, and then Wrong! Yay! It was so much fun, man. I love More Than Meets the Eye so much. It's so great to be a Transformers fan right now. It's the best Transformers comic ever. And then there's Autobot X, and he's got a little bulkhead piece on there. I don't know if Autobot X would be like Sari gets, like they have to put Sari's brain into their body or what, but that's kind of cool. And then there's Clipper, right? She's got her little band leader hat or marching band hat, and Blaster, of course. And Siren, who's going to be in the new script reading. And then there's Lyzak, who's like maybe the cutest thing I've ever drawn. And then Tidal Wave, who was a special request from a friend, and it's awesome. And then Pharma, I got to do with Pharma too, which was awesome. And you can see like Pharma, which is I kind of like. It's the thing I like was he's got a little purple in his pupil, like he's turning bad. He's not, he's creepy. And then Strong Arm, who is an awesome new design Lopez did. I really love that character. And then Cerebros, because I don't know why. And then Swerve, yay! Swerve! And then for some reason there's a little alternate dimension hang-around down there. I don't know what's going on there.
Discord.
Cool. So that's we put that together. Josh, I did these crappy little pen drawings on Post-its, and I was like taking pictures with my phone, and then Josh would be like, I can, and he just mixed it this beautiful thing. Yeah, like I worked on that. Yeah. So who's next? Anybody? Baby? Baby's next? What's your question, baby? Who's your favorite?
Hi.
Yes. Where are you? Can you raise your hand?
Right here.
Oh, hi. Okay, I see it.
If you could add one Autobot to the main cast of Autobots and animated, who would it be?
Can you say one more time a little louder?
If you could add one Autobot to the main cast and animated, who would it be?
Well, we had talked about. Okay, so I'll give you two answers, right? We're going to add Jazz and Ironhide. Yes. Which would be really interesting because Bumblebee is not super keen on Ironhide because he was not super nice to him in Auto Boot Camp. So that would be interesting. And then we wanted to do Ironhide like this is a weird obscure reference. I don't know if anybody will get this, but there's he passed away recently. There's a travelogue host that does LA public television named Huell Hauser. If you ever get a chance to look it up, it's hilarious. And that's what Corey's voice was when he was doing Ironhide. Okay, so if it was my choice, I would probably keep the team the same, but I'd like to add something weird, like a mainframe or something. I don't know, it'd be cool to have ours. You know what I really want to do? I'm going to throw this all out. I want to just see what Rodimus is up to and see what his crew is and what he's doing.
Woo!
Just a quick question. So, Ratchet and RC, legit couple or fan fiction?
Oh, are
they conjuncts?
Oh, that's a good question. Marty was just somebody was asking Marty about that, and he gave this great answer. I wish I could remember what he said. He said, "There's definitely something there. Ratchet feels a lot for her, but I'm not sure. We would have to kind of let that take its course and see what happened. I think."
Jesse, can we get something way in the back?
Just a quick comment. Getting back to the long arm thing, I would really like to see a long arm, shockwaves behind the story of how.
And they make it like a great IDW miniseries comic, you know, like
yeah.
Drawn by Michelle Martelli.
Just an idea.
Written by Marty, yeah. Oh gosh, it goes way back there. Hey, how's it going?
Hi. There are some G1 veterans among the animated cast, such as Corey Burton, Sheeta, Susan Blue. Was there anyone that you particularly wanted to be on the show? You're like, did you want Peter Cullen to come back or anything?
Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy. That would have been, I don't know. I was thinking like, man, if I can't have Leonard, who would I get for Galvatron? And I was like, Zachary Quintel, maybe? But yeah, and like having Judd Nelson back. We had him on Ben 10 too. He played our Ben 10,000. Freaking awesome. I love having Judd in because he's like full of stories and amazing. I don't know if there's anybody that didn't get to. Michael Bell tried out for us. I would love to have Michael Bell come and do some voices. Jeez, everybody. Dan Gillisan, Joe Gerger, everybody.
Except Paul Lighting, because Perceptor is.
No, I have an idea. Oh my God, you have no idea. Do you guys know about this? So, I had Perceptor delete his personality because so our budget is our budget, and we have so many slots for voice actors, right? And it came down to this thing where like, well, we don't really have, and nobody else can. Everybody's got 3 voices. We don't have any. Why don't we make him like Stephen Hawking, like do a Apple Speak or whatever, and then was it like 6 years later? Here I am on Ben 10, and then Paul Lighting comes in and says, "Hey, so guess what I heard? Oh, I've been dreading this." So we could have, I think we could have Perceptor reinstall his personality and then have Paul come back maybe.
Yay!
I love Paul so much. It's great. You guys like that idea? All right. It's canon. We're doing it.
Yay!
Hi. Joe, you wonder about Rodimus Prime. What happened with that?
He's okay. He's all right. The Cosmic Rust did not kill him for sure. I had lots of plans for Rodimus, so he's recuperated.
He shows up in the Stunticon job.
Oh, was he in the crowd or something? Yeah.
Isn't he also in the crowd towards the end of the season cheering everyone on?
Yes.
There's probably like 3 of him, and one's green or something. Where's Monzo? He has all those screen grabs, right?